Welcome back on this wet and miserable evening YouTube. So we're back on with a Merc. Quickly show you where we are. So we've had the head back from the Vapor Blasters. You can see it's nice and shiny again. We've got the pistons. I've had the crowns done. They've basically, I'll show you. Vapor blasted just the tops, just clean them all up. Told them not to touch the sides. So that's the inside of the oil pump casing, oil pump gears. This had obviously been leaking for a long time, and that's the bodge what came out. That's just out of a regular 8 valve. So look as it. I got in touch with a breaker and I got that sent out. So it was 15 quid, but it is what it is. There's no way I'm putting that back in. Everything's all badged up. I've got all the tappets there. They have come out in order. So I've lined them up like this. So cam chain was here. So out each cylinder. Got girdle plate. I need to clean that. Crank cam. I think we looked at them before. But pretty much now. Second hand gear. You see, look at teeth on it. There's a little bit of wear on it, but I think these are about 200 and something quid plus that from Merc. Managed to buy that off eBay for 38 quid delivered, so I'm really happy about that. That idler gear, which was in the head, I don't know if I've got the old one kicking about just to compare. Possibly have. Hang fire. Yeah, here we go. So that's the old gear, which we took off. Lean that up there, so you can... And again, that's a new gear. This again is second hand one. 120 quid plus that from Merc. Good condition. You see sanding bits. I have deburred it because it is a used pulley. Spoke with a guy, spotted it on a cylinder head. Bare cylinder head on eBay. It just had this idler gear, so dropped him a cheeky message and pled poverty and said, well, will you sell it separate? And he come back and said, yeah, 40 quid delivered. I was like, winner. So we've got them 2 new gears. Piston rings. New thrust washers. Timing chain guide. Clutch release bearing, because that's noisy. Oh well, it's span. Standard big ends, standard mains, cam chain, bottom crank gear brand new. Couldn't get them other gears new, obviously. Guessing that's timing chain tensioner. So they're just a few other bits from Merc. I've had the 2 dowels. Quickly show you on the engine. I've had front cover vapor blasted. I've cleaned all the block and painted it. Whip this off. I did get them dowels out. However, that's just a tad too long. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to put the casing on. So the casing's on, and you can see it's on the dowel, but I don't think, will it zoom in clear enough? You see it's touching. The casing's rocking on it, look. So I'm going to have to take a little bit off that for some reason. I don't know why. Don't know how it is bottomed in. I'm going to pull it out and make sure it's all clean in there, but yeah, it's all done. So all we've got to do now, we're left to clean all faces off. Just need to give it a hone, put rings in, check the ring gaps, and look at building it up. But yeah, I've had all these aqua blasted, so they're really smooth, not rough. So I just thought while everything's out, you know, let's let's have it done. So what I'm going to do now is, a few eagle-eyed will have spotted, is basically this is a valve spring compressor, so it just sits up onto the valve head, sits in, and what you do here is, obviously it's common sense, you watch, you wind the spring down, which releases spring, and the top cap will drop, giving you access to the two collets. Now what you do with these, hold on, just a bit awkward because I'm trying to video it for you guys. A few of you who don't know, basically just flick them. Take them out. So you can see how they sit normally in two halves. You can see the one I've now got a half left in. I can always use a magnetic screwdriver as well. And doing this, take a bit more care if it's in the car. You wind it. Oh, bloody thing. Always case. Yeah, just wind it down a bit more. Just get a bit of spring pressure off this. That's why I use a magnetic screwdriver. Imagine dropping that down block. So that's one out now. So hopefully the valve won't drop because I'm doing this one-handed just to show you guys. It shouldn't do. Wouldn't have thought it would. I'll have pressure on from valve stem. So yeah, just wind it back. Pretty much, I'll take the tool off now. So it's not hard, it's not rocket science. If you've got the head off, you do need a steady hand when you're putting them back in. And good eyes. I usually, depends what day it is, but I mean last time when I did my Z-Tech, my mate did them because I was just literally with me wearing glasses, I couldn't see. Essentially, just chuck the tool there. Yeah, so that's your spring top cap, where the collets sit in. I'm throwing it everywhere, look, literally. Valve spring. Put back on there. All the collets, I'm going to put all the collets. You can actually, if you do lose them, you can actually buy them. And that down there is your valve stem. So one of these did look as if they were leaking, so well, that's your valve. So you can see shit crap on there. Really need to give it a good clean. And pull that seal. I'll pull the seal and then I'll check. What you have in here, you have like a little bronze guides. Just feel nice and tight in the guide, so which is a good thing. Don't know how these seals come out. It doesn't. Let's go get some pliers to give it a whirl. But yeah, hopefully a week we should be back up and running. I've got worst organised pliers drawer in the world. I think they just pull. Bear in mind these are probably original, been in there from new. I'm just going to put it down, put the camera down while I just get this out. So yeah, valve guide back in, valve stem seal back in, valve guide back in, and obviously it's a repeat procedure. However, I'm not going to build it back up because I want get some lapping paste. I'm just going to give these valves a fresh lap as we go back in, but it's essentially, it is just, it's as simple as that. That's how to change your valve stem seals. There's nothing really to it. But yeah, I know it's a bit of a boring one, guys. I'll show you exactly what I get, what you get for 100 quid from Merc. You get them 2 rods. We've got cam chain guide, one of the other cam chain guides. I think they'd have a Merc logo on for how much you pay for them. But the main thing, what I wanted from Merc, bar them rods, which them rods, to be honest, I could have turned up in lathe, is this. These are different from the 8 valve. There we go. Mercedes-Benz. And that is the part number for this, for 2.316 cosworth. So that's what's gone. Also, the chain on this had gone that bad. You can see the chain had been rubbing on this. So this is how bad this engine was before. So I'm going to deburr that and take that off. But that is serviceable. It's going to go again. But yeah, that essentially, as I'll show you where it fits. We've got the oil pump, what mounts in back of the timing chain case, and that sits there like that. So as you can see, hold on, my bad. Timing chain case, like, what am I doing here? There, like that. So that's how it sits in on the timing chain case. And the chain, as it's been coming round, has been that slack on the bottom crank pulley. It's rubbed that away. So I've got a new one here. I'll clip that on. So pretty much, guys, I'm gonna go get my tea. Short little video just to show you what's come for the Merc, where we're at with it, and just a few of us just show how simple it is just to fit a set of valve stem seals. So yeah, sorry guys, it's been a bit boring, but it's just really a bit of a kind of vlog update as to where we are with a Merc. Everything's here bar a set of head bolts, so we should be ready to roll, and hopefully a couple of weeks the old girl will be up and running under its own steam again, but this time without rattling. So anyway, cheers, like and subscribe, cheers.